One thing I've learned over the last couple of years in marketing, whether it's for my storage business or marketing for the other businesses and helping other clients with their marketing, is that quite often we're speaking to the wrong audience by a long shot. Like we're talking way over their heads. Now, today I'm going to be talking to storage owners, operators, and marketers about our storage marketing. Now, if you have a website and you're doing social media content and you're doing email lead gen stuff, whatever it is you're doing, today's video is going to be very important for you. And it came to me a couple of years ago. I didn't realize I was doing this. Dan Henry, who I've been in his marketing groups for a while, always learning from Dan. Dan's an incredible marketer, but he always hammered home over and over and over again how we are speaking to the wrong audience. Quite often, people would give him stuff to audit, from our own industries. He'd look at it and be like, you're speaking way over their head. They don't understand this. And he brought up the point. This was really interesting to me. And we're not trying to get political here, but if you look at the first time Donald Trump ran for president, he was speaking at a 5th grade level in his speeches. All his other competitors that he was competing against were speaking at an 8th and 9th grade level. Now we know that people felt really attracted to him and that he brought a huge audience in, right? And there was that connection to it. And studies have been done, and you can go look this up if you don't believe me. And they say it's because of the level that he speaks at. Now, I don't know if he does that on purpose or that's how his speechwriters have done it over the years and that's just his style, whatever it is. But the point is there's a connection to that, right? And he ultimately won one term and maybe he'll win a second term. We'll see. That's coming up in the future. But anyways, this does matter to your storage marketing because if we are not speaking at a level that people can understand and grasp these concepts and what we're trying to sell them on our websites, on our social media content, again, whatever it is, they won't be able to use their mind in the right way. Now, I want to show you something really quick, and this is important, called the Iceberg Theory. Now, if you know Hemingway, and we're going to talk about Hemingway more here in just a second. I'm going to have Hemingway edit your website, so stay tuned for that. But if you know who Hemingway is, you know his style. It's short, punchy, to the point, and it's typically at a 6th grade level or below. That was his style. Now, there was a reason for that. It's called the Iceberg Theory. And I'm going to show you the Iceberg Theory, and you're going to see why this is so powerful when we bring the grade level down of what we're speaking to. Okay. So what do we know about icebergs? Icebergs have very little on top and a huge bottom. So I'm going to draw that with my beautiful drawing here. Okay. So here's the ocean. And we've got our iceberg right here. And then under the water, what happens? Right? It gets huge. You know that. Talk to the Titanic about that. So here's the ocean level, right? All we see is a tiny bit. Now, this is where it's important. This is what Hemingway came up with, and this is why it's so important to our marketers, because we're going to activate the imagination of our readers, of our viewers, of our website traffic, of whoever's looking at our marketing for a storage business. This is really cool. So we're going to give them words. Just some simple words here. Like Hemingway would. Really, really simple. Here. We're going to keep it really simple. This is that 3rd grade level stuff, right? Like we're not painting a full picture for them because what we want is we want this to be their imagination. Everything under here, this gigantic thing, it triggers their imagination. So when you give people less meat, less words, but you're still getting the point out, like they understand what you're saying, you let their imagination run wild and fill in those gaps. And when they do that, they get the feelings that they want to feel. They paint the picture in their mind of what they want. Now, again, don't just take my word. Go study this. Go look this up. This is Brennan coming to you. I'm the messenger today. Okay. So what we want to do, and we're going to show you how to audit your marketing here in just a second, is we want to make sure we're keeping the words really simple, to the point, very punchy, just like Hemingway did. And then we're going to let our audience use their imagination for everything else and fill in the gaps. Now, we're not going to omit information. We're not going to hide, our access hours and our prices, nothing like that. But when it comes to painting that picture and describing the marketing and the sales that we want to happen, we're going to let their imagination take over. So that leads me to now setting up your first audit. The first thing we're going to do on our audit today is you're going to go over to your website. So open it up in a browser when you're done with this video, or right now if you want to do it. And you're going to look at your headline. We've talked about headlines in other copywriting videos, how important that headline is. So I want you to first take a look at it and make sure it's really easily understandable. Make sure it's clear and it's to the point. Okay. That's the first thing we want to do. If it's not clear, it's not concise, it's not to the point, it's not simple and short, it could be overwhelming people. Okay. You could be filling in their imagination down here where we just want to keep it really simple, right? So let's get that headline done, and you can go watch my other videos if you need some copywriting tips on that. And then the next thing I want you to do is I want you to scroll from top to bottom through your website, pretend like you're a customer, and look for industry jargon. Now, I know we're really bad at this because we want to show off all of our things. Maybe we have the latest, greatest XYZ tool that's out there in the world, and we want to show people that our doors have, I don't know, automatic lifts or something fancy. One that I see a lot is Noki locks. People don't know what a Noki lock is. I'm not bashing the brand. I'm just saying, like, if you're you're a third grader and you're reading about this storage place, do you understand what a Noki lock is? No. But what you could say is we have, the newest technology locks that unlock with your phone. Well, I can tell you every third grader out there right now would know that. So again, that's keeping it really simple. We want to get rid of the industry jargon that only operators and owners would understand. So scan through your website. That's the next thing you do. So first we checked our headline. Then we checked for jargon. We went through the whole website. Now we're going to actually check the copywriting to see if you're following the Hemingway model. Okay. So we want to make sure we're letting their imagination run wild and we're giving them just enough words to start painting that picture in their mind. So what you're going to do is you're just going to hit, if you're on a desktop, I think it's like Control A or whatever to select all, right? Or you can start at the top, select it all, go all the way down to the bottom. Once you've done that, you're going to copy that, all the content, all the text, and you're going to go to Hemingway app.com, and you're going to just copy that over into that. And instantly, for free, it'll check it, and it will show you how Hemingway would write it, what things are triggered, where things are wrong, like, with the grade level, it's going to tell you it's too high, too low, all that stuff. Now, that's totally free. I use that all the time. That's an incredible thing. And if you're running ads, you have to use the Hemingway app. Your ads will convert much better. Don't believe me, run both. But that's a different story for a different day. Run everything you have to the Hemingway app that's marketing. It will show you where you're going wrong. And not just on the grade level, it'll show you if there's confusion, things like that. It's pretty cool. It's a really, really powerful free website to use. Now, they do have a paid version. I've tried it. I did the trial. It's an AI version. It's not bad. I think you can do better with ChatGPT. And that leads me to the next thing. So if you know how to use ChatGPT, this is really cool. Okay. So you can do the same thing. You can take your website, you copy it all, you go into ChatGPT, you create a prompt. The prompt would be something like, hey, I'm trying to create my storage website to be written at a 3rd to 6th grade level. Would you please analyze it for me and let me know what your thoughts are? And then you copy your stuff in. Okay. So you AI ChatGPT people, you know what I'm saying, you know how to use that, and you can go from there. Once it uploads, it's probably going to give you some feedback. Then you can ask it, you can say, hey, please rewrite it at pick your level, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade level, whatever you want to do. I typically start a little bit higher and then I back it down. Okay. So I might say start at a 5th. And if I'm like, I want a little change, then go to a 4th or a 3rd from there. That's just how I do it, but you do you. Okay. So we've checked our headline. We've looked for jargon on our website. We made sure it's really easily understandable. We got rid of all the industry jargon. We did the 3rd grade to 5th grade test, right? We went into Hemingway app. We showed you how to do that, or you can use ChatGPT to do it. Now, the next thing you have to do is close this video and actually go do it. That's the hardest thing for people, but I want you to know how important this is. So please go do it. If Hemingway did it, and all the greatest marketers in the world are doing it, and they've yelled at me for not having that at that same level. Okay. I want to pass that on to you. Please change your writing from speaking to just adults to writing at a 3rd to 5th grade level. It's extremely powerful. And I want to see you get more conversions in your storage business. I want to see you get more rentals. I want to see you increase your NOI. And I want to see you have the big exits that you're looking for. Okay. And this is one way you can do it. So I hope this was beneficial. If you like this, go check out some of my other videos. We'll see you around.